strategy at all. But back to the roof we go, and again, somebody's got to tell me who this is because I'm scared. And we see some bodies down below, likely some harvesters, maybe a couple players as well. Looking for some shots from distance. And okay, yeah, trick shots on main stage. Honestly, so much respect. I love that.
Hey, you don't lose much if you miss it, but you get everything if you hit it. So let's jump on the kill.
Clean them all up. Cleaners, everything is ready to get them all. Doc's now taking the trash out, the harvesters. I'm going to be honest, if he stays out here, this might be a little bit difficult, but Doc knows what he's doing. Always does.
That's what he's doing. He's got a nice little high ground position. Right now with that little pistol in hand, and hey, he said if anyone can make it work, it'd be him, so I'm excited to see that.
Just looking for some loot though, auto pistol in hand. Clean up a couple, not worried about him. Doc doesn't need to shoot any bots, he's ready to rock and roll.
You want to find the bots that are on the stage with you.
Yeah, right, yeah,
that's what you're looking for. That's what you want to be taking down. So you get the dead off of your own, but a shot from behind, try to be looting the egg, just get it out of there, pick it up, take it somewhere safer, and hope there's something good in there.
This is high IQ gameplay. It's like Doc's been there before. We're taking down guards from distance as well. Another perspective live on screen. This one with the scope, a little bit easier to hit some of these shots, but it looks like there's 6 players left on the map at this point. Out of our, I believe, 12 on stage. And it looks like the final phase of extractions here coming up very shortly. Doc on 2 limbs.
You gotta shake that one off, bud. You gotta shake that one off. And that is gonna be, that is the sniper with that scope. That's gonna be back in Doc's hands now. And I mean, you're getting this high ground position. You can start taking those shots.
I like it. Connect. 1, 2, looking. That's 70. Can you clean it up?
A third, fourth release on life from distance.
This is Doc playing with his food. We all know it, right? He's throwing some warning shots down, like, please, peek again. Shoot back. I don't shoot people with the back there. Shoot back.
It always repeat. It always repeat. It's going to be the third kill. Just 4 left. How do you lose this later game?
No, I was looking at chat here, Sierra. There's a lot of names being thrown around. The Dr. Disrespect certainly one of them. We'll see if you can earn that title. The first winner in Snapshot 7. Oh, Dr. Trouble! Down to 17 health. Re-peeking, no healing. Now to clean up the SMG.
Take this a little closer.
Doc is putting on a show. Little to no heals to see if he can find some maybe on his body. He's gonna find the bag, grab it, take it to a safe position. Again, Doc with the 5-head IQ. Tons of heals. He is gonna be prepared going into this final 3. The big question in my mind is who else is left? Certainly not Dr. Lupo.
At this point though, just too hard to be taken down, to be claiming this first match here, your own game, and be able to show everybody on that stage to not mess with you.
Check the time in the top right-hand corner. Everybody's trying to get to the roof. Again, Doc on 4 eliminations out of 12 players. Pretty impressive. 3 total left on the map. See the freeze rising. They're slowly going to be creeping up here. If they've been playing this kind of slower, strategic gameplay, or maybe they respawn down below. Probably grabbing scraps of loot. Oh, just one piece.
This behind the crate, but has to be pushed up. This is such a dangerous little bridge. Great shot fire off in return, bringing down to just a sliver of health. Need reposition, get out of there to bandage up.
I don't mind this play at all. I think coming back down, you have high ground, and they're pushing the equation. Guys can be able to heal a decent amount. And peaking at 74. Slowly but surely. I think the third player came in for the third party, or maybe just a shoulder was enough to take the Doc out, but a top 3 finish for the Doc. Very, very strong. Might be able to get one more respawn in time. but here comes the looting. Take everything that Doc had. It's certainly some of the best loot out there. And I think this player is saying, I've got 6 limbs. I don't need a scope. I'm with the iron sights. I'm hitting my shots.
If this is the same person that hit that sniper
That's what I'm saying.
earlier with no scope, then yeah, do not put a scope on that. Way too good. But getting into this late game, I mean, this loot, I mean, this is where the fights start up. You can camp it out, or you can be aggressive and go in and lurking. 2 very different gameplay angles at this point.
Yeah, 2 totally different play styles, right? You're kind of taking this high ground position, playing slow, playing angles. Doesn't have an elimination yet to write home about. Just been playing this kind of slow, methodical gameplay. Their goal is not that standing, but 2 guards from the crowd. He's back, by the way, back on the map, killing some harvesters, trying to get some semblance of loot to get back home. Back in. Oh, no! And a scout finishes him off. Great stats though, over 1,000 damage, 5 eliminations, 3 cleaner kills. Into the day, a great first map for Doc. And the big question in my mind is who won it all, Sierra? Is the map closed out? Is the first map done and dusted? Who was the last remaining player?
We gotta know who we're celebrating here. We gotta know who's the one to be feared and to look out for on the next map. But already we got to see the people who are out to play some of those shots. I'm still thinking back to that one sniper shot, the no scope. Instantly, it was amazing, and that's the stuff I'm excited to see going on forward.
Well, and I don't know, I might have an inkling that it might be one of the founders. I don't know who was last alive. It might have been Crypto Stash. I have no idea, but whoever it was, if you're the one using the iron sight sniper, I think some people at home are probably yelling and saying, hey, this is what I do as well. It's such a strong weapon, especially if you can hit your shots. And if you have some of these players that have experience on this title, they know they can use that sniper. Close, medium, long range, doesn't matter, they're hitting.
This sniper, honestly, once you get one of those in your hand, is straight to the top.
Yeah, and we're actually going to take a look back at some of the highlights from that last match. If you enjoyed Snapshot 7, drop some likes, drop some hearts, subscribe to all the channels. Let's take a look back. And some early encounters. This was a repeat at 1 HP with the dub and the body shots. I don't know who that was. I'm wagering that was C later. He loves to shoot bodies.
Also just an animal. You're going to repeat the You could have tried and fall it off. You could try and heal up and have advantage. No, just repeats and gets the kill. That is the confidence that we want to be seeing going out there.
Gosh.
That shot. That shot, man.
I don't know if they're trying to grab the recorder. Here's Z looking for the. Oh no! I think was that a bad reaction or a good one? I don't know if maybe he was taunting him after that. Maybe it was Z later hitting those shots.
Maybe.
But great shots downrange again. Goes for the trick shot. That's a true content creator right there. Doesn't matter if it's a cleaner or maybe a real player. Always looking for the content farm. Oh, this is where we saw Dr. Disrespect get the better of Peppermint. I think it was just a total misplay there of not seeing him or maybe thinking he wasn't going to shoot back. Maybe a cleaner, I don't know. But even still, some great plays in the very first map. And the flank on the right-hand side, saw it there on the replay. Doc, frustrated about the loss, but a big smile on his face because the gameplay's been awesome.
It's been so good. And hey, you got some sick kills going on in that first map. And you got a chance in the second one to bring it back. Get that dead drop, get that first place spot. And going into this, everyone's going to be warmed up, which is crazy to say after the shots that we saw hit that first time around. So this is just going to be healthy.
Yeah, I think there was some secret warming up going on behind the scenes. I don't know what our creators were doing beforehand. People were hitting though. I mean, those shots were incredible. SMG looked very strong, obviously. Close range and medium range even. Doc was able to showcase that. Let's get over some of our founders on main stage. Yeah, I've been playing fantastic. It's good to have some of our founders up with our creators. And then, of course, some of our creators like American Dad that created our DCMs or otherwise. It's been a fun kind of variety of content creators, streamers, and everything in between.
For those that create their own modes, I'm excited to see them once they get to do that and show this mode that they've created, that they can be that master of that. But I'm excited to see as well who's going to be the master going on in our next game as well. Start things off. Look at that. We're going to see more next time, hey, I'm excited then to see who's going to be coming out of this gate, especially too. That was a woman player's first experience of driving the cars on the way. It was pretty tame all around. I want to see the shots this time around.
For the two-time back-to-back Blockbuster champion, this guy's next level ready to lock it in. Sierra, how do you see it? Like I was saying before, we got Crypto Stash joining us as well. Apparently Z and I look kind of similar or something. I don't know.
It's uncanny.
I don't have the gameplay skills, but I had a chance to interview Carmel as well, showcasing community support, and obviously one of my favorites. He decided to go for the Juggernaut game mode in particular, right? And had a lot of fun building that. But so yeah, what do you think? First map done, Midnight Ride overall? Feel pretty good?
So good, honestly. This is some of those players' first experiences of Snapshot 7. This whole new brand new edition with this Midnight Ride going in, and already I'm surprised at how cleanly some players were driving these cars already, taking the ramp, hitting some stuff, and already the shots and like making sure that they can be trying to take that momentum out of the game. So now that players are a little bit more familiar with it, is where I'm hoping we get to see that bloodbath we saw in the game extend to the drive to the game.
Yeah, I think some of the players that maybe got to the tower first, right? Dr. Disrespect, I think, was one of the first to the tower. Had an opportunity to get some good loot that sniper early, and then obviously paid off. So there is like some strategy to win the race, while also not being hamstrung to the idea of, well, I have to be really good at driving these vehicles to be good at Death, right? It's a totally separate, fun addition to the game. And again, I was listening to Rob's AMA, and he was talking about how he didn't want the Midnight Ride to be like the main priority, but wanted to be this really cool addition that everyone would get a chance to have their hands on, have a lot of fun doing it, without it being absolutely necessary to your success when you get to the tower.
Something we didn't talk about though is because we're talking about, hey, you get there, you get your loot spot, you loot in peace, but we also got to see that right away there's players that booked it to the top to get the high ground advantage with loot that, hey, it's good enough to be taking these fights if you're going to be having the one in advantage in a spot. And that's going to be an advantage you can get as well if you can get in there first. You have time to, all right, I'm just going to get a couple of guns in my back pocket, book it to the top, and just make this group mine.
Yeah, right. And I think obviously high ground is a huge advantage. It's something that players oftentimes prioritize. But sometimes, like we saw in that fight against Dr. Disrespect towards the end, the low ground position can be used for cover as well, right? Like so, that's the kind of like unique part about Dead Drop, of course. Like a lot of these players have experience with extraction shooters, but vertical extraction shooters, a brand new game, totally unique. You've seen the last several snapshots. It's going to continue to kind of witness its development.
So you're saying that, hey, there's these fights from the low angle. I feel like a lot of the time the high angle person's still going to be winning here. We got to see some good strategies, some good sneaking up on other individuals. But if you're the one that has to be pushing up against your will because the freeze is on its way, you're going to be finding yourself in such a tough spot. But our player is not necessarily the most worried about it, unless of course they were taking those late game deaths and were trying to charge around the block for anything they could before they made their way to the top.
Yeah, and it's fun too, like the customizing of the vehicles in the Midnight Ride, like harkening back to what Rob said, and I think it was cool to obviously see all of our drivers' key packages, and one of the things that Rob said on the AMA too, that was really cool, was that they have plans in the future to potentially have these vehicles be modular, right, where you can like fully customize them down to spoilers or anything like that for your own vehicle, make it truly unique to you, which is just such a cool value add to the overall experience, especially with the Midnight Ride version.
Did we ever note that the first car making it to the spawn point was decked out or not? Did we ever get the confirmation?
I think everybody was just trying to get their vehicle on the road, but I don't think anybody really
like orientation block.
I saw 2 times like that, so I don't know. You gotta check out that Dr. Disrespect driving key package, of course, with the 2-time license plate and that black car wrap. Of course, those exotic crates, I'm sure some cool
Can't do horizontal.
cosmetics you can find inside.
Yeah. It goes back to skins equal wins, right? You want to make sure that you're having that best looking gear when you're
I'll
going
see if I
on
can
in the
go,
game
turn
to
it
try to
horizontal.
make your way to the top. And players getting geared up for the second game. Of course, we do have to give them a moment to breathe a little bit. Again, a little bit. You know, players,